Hey guys, Ash Lane here, coming at you with a second installment of the Life in the Clouds series. Basically, it's where I bring you my own personal chronicles to hit the top 200 global. Right now, let's see where I am. I am at 4561 cups right now. My highest was 4593, as you can see on my sweet victory in my player profile. Let's go ahead and take a look-see at where I am in the top 200. Where are we here? Top players. So last night, I'm not in the top 200 global right now. I am in the top 200 US. Of course, last night I hit the top 50 US. I think I was at 46, but I took a little dip today as I had a defensive loss for quite a few cups. So I'm at 4561 currently, and I'm at 63 in the United States. So let's see how high I can get. Things are going pretty slowly right now. You'll see my defensive log. I'm losing a lot. Even when I'm 1-starred, it's generally for 15 or more cups, and when I'm 2-starred, it's over 20 for sure, sometimes over 30. And unfortunately, on offense, I've had a couple 1-star attacks in the last week or two. You can see one right here and one more recently over here. So don't like to see that at all. But I have a couple. I have mostly 2-star attacks. I guess the majority. I guess maybe 3 out of 4 attacks are 2 stars. Luckily, knock on wood, I've still only had that one loss in the last month of pushing, and luckily it wasn't that high. I was probably around 4,000 cups, so it wasn't high enough where it was as devastating as it might be. So let's go ahead and show you a couple replays. I want to basically illustrate the strategy I've been using. It's a little bit of a tweak strategy from my old strategy. Now you see this base so often up in high Champions League. Look at the loot too, not bad, right? And this base is just so common and it's so easy to hit using 5 golems, and especially if you have a jump spell. You always just attack. The queen might be on either side of the base, but you always attack where the queen is. So I didn't really like having to go into that one single inferno there, but I knew it would be okay. Drop that jump spell exactly where I did. You can see where that jump spell is. Other jump spell really isn't needed on this base, so it's really no big deal. You can just go ahead and hold on to it. I missed the Barbarian King ability. Now when you attack this base, you want to pop that Barbarian King Rage, or if you attack any single target Inferno Tower, you want to pop that Barbarian King Rage ability as soon as possible before he comes in range of that single target Inferno Tower, because that way it gives that single target about 10 or so Barbarians to target rather than the Barbarian King. So my Queen's going to take care of the Town Hall. That's exactly what she's supposed to do. I have a P.E.K.K.A. that I dropped a little bit late, and it's going to actually work out for me as he goes north with a couple wizards backing him up. And then the main brunt of my attack, the golem and a bunch of wizards, are kind of going to go south a little bit. But either way, it works out fine. Even if your troops go a little bit off track, even if they went all to the middle, you can hit this base. As long as you hit it exactly how I did with the jump in that spot, attacking towards the Archer Queen, you'll be able to 2-star this base without a problem. And actually, I'll go ahead and link you guys to how to 3-star this base if you're using a Lava Lunian attack. So let's go ahead and speed things up, just getting a little bit extra loot here towards the end of the raid, and that will be it for the raid. You'll see on the on my offensive log. Now, a lot of people ask, before I get into the telling about my new strategy, I really didn't mention it at all there, digress. A lot of people ask why I don't revenge up here, and any champion will tell you, revenging is just not an option in high Champions Leagues, primarily because the, look at this, 93% against this base. I won't show that because the base wasn't that high level, but I will show this loss. Now, you can't revenge because people who are this high in Champions League are only have a shield down for literally about a minute, 30 seconds 2 times every 24 hours. So before I get into this raid, let me just talk about my troops. So I've changed the my attack strategy a little bit from my 5 golem traditional 2 jump spell attack. Instead of having 2 rages, I've added a freeze spell, and I've added 7 wall breakers. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is battle bases like this that have that resource ring around the center where the golems can kind of diverge around the sides. Instead, so I'm trying to attack from 2 areas in the base, and if I attack from 2 areas, I can cut a line in those defensive, in that circle of defensive units. So if I attacked, for example, from the due western side of the base, and then I attacked in the southern side of the base, I would be able to take care of this, maybe this air defense with 1 golem, and then this air defense with another golem, and then the rest of my troops would go right towards the center. and basically that cuts a line in this row of defensive units where the golems might go otherwise. But in this attack, I screwed up royally with the jump spell there. I honestly, I didn't see this attack until the last second. It was the timer was already ticking down. I didn't, because when you're in the clouds for 2.5, 3 hours before you get one offer, one viable attack, sometimes it kind of catches you off guard. You're like, oh my god, I have a match. What am I doing? You know, you haven't attacked in over 2 hours. So that's exactly what happened here, and I was actually working as fate would have it when my shield was down. So I had to attack, and I just screwed up the jump spell placement. It was actually a horrible job on my part, and now that I only had one jump and 3 wall breakers left, you can see I kind of pause here as I'm contemplating, do I want to just go for the 1-star, try to get that town hall down and put all my troops in through that hole I already made, or do I want to try to use my second jump if I pause right around here and go in with the rest of the troops and cause a, like I said, a break in that defensive line. So I'm kind of contemplating that right now in my head, and I finally decide, you can see I'm kind of staggering my troops as I'm figuring out the best way to hit this base at this point after my botched jump spell. And at this point, I'm like, you know what, I don't want to lose these cups. I'm going to go ahead and go in through the main center here. I don't know why I had a... Oh, you know what? I was going on defense here, and that was my other royal screw-up. I had a Lava Hound in my clan castle. I mean, what am I doing here? If this is not a failed attack, I don't know what is. It was a horrible, horrible attack on me. Like I said, I was working, so I planned to have my defense go up for I had my shield coming down. I didn't think I was going to be able to get attack in at work. Instead, I found this base, like I said, in the background, and it was just a horror show. So you can see here, my Archer Queen, I had to burn the ability. I had a stinking Lava Hound in the clan castle on a GoWiPe attack. Way to go, Ash. Way to go. So you can see I'm sniping in the middle of the raid here. Finally, I do come through with one good thing in this raid, and it was this snipe job at the very end of the raid that maybe the one thing you can take away out of all the things not to do in this type of attack. So it's going to be over here. I only have 2 minions left, and I need 3 percentage points. So this is where the one area that actually succeeded in this raid. I wasn't too eager. I didn't drop both my minions even though time was ticking down. I was very patient because I was worried about a possible air mine in this vicinity. So I could have easily dropped both minions, but I didn't, and look at that. There was an air mine. So I sat on that last minion and boom, then I got that last collector for the percentage. So I could have easily lost this battle had I not, at least done one thing right and holding off my minions one at a time. That way they didn't both get taken out by an air bomb. You can see, luckily, I didn't have to really worry about that because they had 2 builders huts right next to each other. You should never put them right next to each other. You can actually get them both with one lightning spell, as you can see there. So it really didn't come into play there, but time did tick down. I only got 6 cups, and boy, did I get out of there by the by a little hair, but get that 50%. It was not good at all, and that was an Ash fail, I guess is what you'd call it. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this. And oh, you know what I should do? I'm not going to end it here. False alarm. I'm going to show you a defensive win on my part, just to end on a good note rather than that awful attack on my part. So this base is this is my base that I've changed around a little bit. I put the Archer's Queen inside. I'm trying out different defensive units on my on defense, right? So here I have the Hound, and the Hound actually worked for me. This attacker, Jack M from Royal Misfits, is going to come in due west, and he's going to actually drop his heroes, and his big mistake in this raid is kind of gets a little panicky on that Lava Hound, and when it explodes, he's going to use his Queen's Royal Cloak right there. And you never want to burn a Queen's Royal Cloak unless you lure the Lava Hound on purpose. And that would be more for 3-star attacks, Town Hall 9 or such. So he goes in with his troops anyway, and unfortunately he's already used that Queen Royal Cloak. That will come back to haunt him as the Queen does lock onto that Town Hall, but she is not going to have enough health to take it down. My Infernos are burning through all those witches and wizards, and that's going to be the fail on his part. Unfortunately, he only has 4 archers to snipe, and there's no snipeable units for archers on this attack. Now, I should mention before I let you guys go, I've teased it a few times, but I have changed strategies. on my attacks. So you can see 11 cups lost gained here on me. That means I must have been like a 36 to 38 cup offer to him. So that's the type of defenses I've been having. That's why it's so difficult to push up here. But I did want to mention that on my attacking, I have changed troops a little bit here. I've added 7 wall breakers, but now I'm going to change that as well. I'm actually going to start using the 3 jump strategy on my pushes. So I'm going to go with this troop formation minus the wall breakers and add an extra golem instead. So I'll have 4 minions, 17 wizards, 5 golems, and I'll have 1 P.E.K.K.A. inside the clan castle, so no witches. I've eliminated witches as well. And for spells, I'm going to go 3 jump, 1 lightning, 1 rage. So I'm going to try that out, just so I don't have blunders like I did in that first attack. Having that 3rd jump spell is really nice against these type of resource bases. It can allow you to hit a base, for example, from over here and over here, maybe both sides, like where this gold mine is and where this gold mine is, and then come together towards the clan castle with a 3rd jump spell. And that's a really successful plan to attack these resource ring bases. I showed you a bunch of those videos lately in the 3 golem episode. I'll go ahead, 3 jump episode rather. I'll go ahead and link that right now and in this video. You guys can check that out. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this 2nd episode of me in the clouds, life in the clouds, rating above 4,500 troops. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care, guys.